So if you like stock options and you want to maybe trade under your LLC or use options to replace your income and quit your job the way Errol did, Errol's a great guy to talk to. So I'm putting the link in the chat. So feel free to go take a look at that. All right, now a couple things that are happening right now. Number one, AI. AI has been a big topic of conversation for all investors for a very long time. Why? Well, because AI has driven the entire economy for a while. AI spending from mostly hyperscalers, that's what they call these companies that are spending ungodly amounts of money developing infrastructure for artificial intelligence. They are driving much of the economic activity occurring in America. Now, what has happened is that because AI has really exploded in popularity and AI has become just the cool, exciting trend word of, for this year, you have now a bifurcation, if you or a fork in the road in terms of the gangsters and the wanksters, to use 50 Cent's terminology. You have the true investors in the infrastructure and those that are a little more flimsy. You have the real and the fake. You have the substance and the flash. So what has happened with the hyperscalers, and this is really part of the conversation about whether or not AI is in a bubble, is that you have hyperscalers that are making massive investments and they can afford to do it. Right? It's like looking at people that have money. You have people that have real money, real wealth, versus people that are pretending like they're faking it till they make it, right? And you can't tell the difference between the two. It's kind of like that now. So you have the solid hyperscalers, solid earnings growth, solid cash flow. They can literally write $20 billion checks right out of their bank account. These are companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, maybe Meta to some extent. Those are the real ones. They're solid. They can afford to do it. They're not spending above their means. Then you have kind of the wanksters. You have the pretends, the companies that are flimsily participating in the AI boom because they know that money's falling out of the sky. So when money's falling out of the sky, they know that their fish are all in the water. The fish, meaning hopefully not you, but a lot of investors who will just buy into anything. They can throw anything out there. They can instantly create a billion, 10 billion, $5 billion worth of personal wealth just by throwing something out there, knowing that people will buy just anything that you deliver. So these are the companies that people are questioning. At the top of the list might be Oracle. Oracle went out and borrowed a bunch of money so they could pretend to be a hyperscaler and pretend to be on the cutting edge of AI. If you remember, when Oracle made a big announcement, their stock price shot way up. Larry Ellison, who's a good friend of Donald Trump's, instantly was $100 billion richer. I mean, imagine one decision making you $100 billion richer in a day. $100 billion. It would take us 1,000 lifetimes to make $100 billion. He made that much money in a day. Well, as soon as that happened, a lot of the experts said, "No, that's not real. That's not real." And they just didn't believe it, and I didn't believe it. And then on top of that, they were taking on massive amounts of debt to make these AI investments, which says that you can't really afford it. You're borrowing money, so you're saddling your company with all this debt so that you don't left behind in the AI revolution. So you're not Microsoft. You're pretending, right? So you Microsoft ain't taking on a bunch of debt so they can make these investments, but you are. So you're pulling out the credit card to pay for something, whereas your friend actually has the money in their bank account. So long story short, when Oracle first made that announcement, if you remember, I said Oracle, I'm going to actually buy a bunch of puts on Oracle because I think the stock is overvalued. And that was just me kind of having fun, making like a short term trade. And it was really profitable. The only mistake I made was that I didn't hold my puts longer because the stock dropped even further than I thought it would. But I just took my profits and left. But Oracle's not real. According to many experts, Sam Altman and OpenAI, people are questioning them.